Hello, welcome to Pugcast, the only podcast that sucks. So this was supposed to be Kyle's video, but I'm editing it for him because he's editing mine. With your host, RealGalaxyMC, Kyle Kyoli, and Alexino the Great. Join us as we talk about random mediocre stories that don't make sense. Hope you enjoy.
Welcome to the first ever Pug podcast.
That was
also
so
known as
cringe.
Pugcast.
That was so
Yes,
bad.
it was. Yes, it was.
Oh my god.
We're
That
just
was
wait.
so
Yeah,
bad.
I'm gonna spend a lot of time
We're
editing
just, we're
this
just
because
gonna talk
yeah,
about random crap and you guys listen to us.
odd ones out type of stuff. Yeah.
What was your childhood crushes?
Childhood crush. Have you ever had a crush on the cartoons? Like,
Fictional.
oh, fiction. Yeah,
Yeah,
fictional.
fictional characters.
Fictional.
I don't remember. I think it was like Kim Possible.
You know Miss Turner from
No,
Really
don't
odd
show. I'm
time.
not gonna show that image. I'm not gonna show that image. No,
Remember
no.
Miss Turner?
I'm not showing that image. No.
Miss Turner.
Yes, I do remember her.
So like, are you into girls that are like have that's airheaded?
I like people
Yeah.
with. I like girls with blonde hair, but they're
Oh my god!
they
Stop!
weren't.
Please
They're
stop.
literally like info. I was used to people in in blonde hair, but there was no blondie in our class, so no. In our
Uh,
batch.
let's
Would
talk
there
about
be-
the Kim
There
Possible topic now. Do you still remember that episode where
I don't
like, she
remember any
turned-
episode
she
at all.
dressed into that black dress?
I don't remember any episode at all. I just remember that I liked Kim Possible.
Yeah.
Galaxy. Galaxy.
Yeah.
Have you watched Your Name, the anime movie?
What?
Your Name, the anime movie.
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, that's so sad. What anime have you watched though?
I'm
you
not
even
gonna
watched
talk
any
about
anime?
because I don't watch. I don't watch that much anime.
So I only watched 10, and then Frago has already watched 96. Serious thing
That's
that's
What was
happened
the
to
most
me.
scariest thing that ever happened to you guys?
Miss Turner.
What?
What was
No, but for
the
real though.
scariest thing? I remember I was like hiding from my like you know when there's a mall, there's like giant poles like on random places.
Yeah.
I used to hide behind those when my parents weren't looking, and when I got out, they weren't there. They were hiding themselves, and I thought I was lost. So I was like crying in the middle of the mall. And then they ran to me like, who you? Who? They like ran to me. Huy, tumigil call me up. I thought I got abandoned.
One time I got lost in the church.
What? How would you get lost in a church that's so big?
I was like, because the church is pretty big, and I was like, and
That's
I
exactly
wasn't
why
really
you
paying
wouldn't get
attention
lost.
to the mass.
Yeah.
I wasn't really
Who
paying
pays attention to
and I
mass
just walked out.
in your first 8 years of life? Who would? I don't think.
And then I just walked out, and then my mom was like, "Don't go," and she was warning me. But then I got lost, and I was like, "Oh my god, what am I supposed to do?" Then this kind guard is just like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I said, "I got lost," and then she took me back to my parents, and I was like, "Hallelujah to that guard, bro! Hallelujah."
Yeah, I didn't take you to custody. What was the weirdest thing you believed when you were a kid? I remember my parents
Weirdest
told
thing
me
I
that
believe,
if I
bad luck. I
if
was
I-
a pretty superstitious kid.
I remember when I was like you know when we do de cuatro, I'll just show a picture on the video. Do you guys know the term like de cuatro, like you're putting your other feet on top of your other feet? Yeah. I remember when
Dad.
yeah. I remember my dad told me that if I do that, I would become a girl because it was a girly thing to do. I don't know, man. How about you, Galaxy?
Dude, one time I got a hole in my head.
What? A what?
One time I got a hole.
Hole?
One time I got a hole in my head. Yeah,
Why?
hole.
Why?
It's like I tripped and then my head bumped into a really sharp rock,
Oh, I remember one
and
story.
and the skin
Okay,
just
you finish.
split open.
Bro.
And then they were like, "Oh my God, your head is bleeding," and I was like, "What? I don't feel anything." It's like,
Yeah, because it's already
and then
like
they
gone.
took me to
The
get
brain
surgery,
cells are already
so
gone.
they would patch up my head again. I think the scar is still kind of there.
Oh,
I know I don't know,
I have a big
stitched it
story
up.
to tell. Wait, I was like 4 years old at that time. And the door to our living room made a sound when someone opened it. So they told me, go to the living room. Don't play on the rain because it's raining. You will die. And so like I opened the door and closed it, but I didn't go in. So they think I went in because the sound that when you open the door was there. So and then I went outside and played in the rain. And then I slipped and hit my head on something, and I had a permanent scar on my eyebrow. It's still here to this day, like literally.
I'm gonna tell you
Oh
some
wait, it's not
shenanigans
done yet.
that me and
It's
my old neighbor.
my story is not
Oh
done
yeah.
yet. So basically, my dad was I cried loud as frick, literally, and my dad was like, "Hoy, anong ginawa mo this time?" And then like he was like mad at me because I didn't went in, and he was mad at me, but his emotion immediately changed when he saw me bleeding. He was like, he almost fainted. He told me, and then they took me to the hospital to stitch it, and so that I wouldn't cry, they were like, it's only gonna happen once. You don't have to worry. So like I calmed down because they only said it was only one stitch. So when they did one more stitch, I was like, sabi nyo isa lang, and then I cried so hard. Yeah. Okay, what's your
Okay,
story? What's your story?
me and my neighborhood friend used me
I
and
never had a
my
neighborhood
neighborhood
friend.
friends would always would this was back in my old neighborhood. We would always get into a lot of trouble.
Why?
For the sake of the story, let's just call him Zeke. And then like we used to get into all kinds of shenanigans with our friends. One time
Cause,
we always used to get our slippers stuck in a tree,
but why?
and then we would I don't know,
But
we would throw it
just to get
we could
something?
just throw it on the tree.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah, it's like I
I
know.
threw my slipper to get something, and the slipper and the thing I was trying to get down both got stuck, so I have to throw another slipper. It's
You
the
know that
scariest
I
thing
know. One
in the
time, me and my
Philippines.
that neighborhood friend I was talking about,
So you and Zeke,
we
what
pushed a
happened?
gigantic boulder, and then we didn't see the car that was standing over at the bottom. So we
Oh
were like, "Oh
God,
my God!" It made a gigantic dent. And I was
bro.
like, "Oh my God! Remove the rock, and then just run away." No, I know, no evidence, no jail time.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. The car didn't. Luckily, like
It didn't like do
the
the
car
alarm
didn't like
sound, you
beep
know.
beep beep
Yeah,
beep.
yeah,
It
yeah.
didn't do the alarm sound, and then this guy that saw us do it, he was like, lagot kayo.
Lagot kayo.
And he was a pretty old guy, and he was a pretty old guy. I think he just went out for a jog, and then
And then
imagine
he
coming
saw it.
and imagine going to a jog, and
And then
then you
you
see a
see
bunch
two
of four,
kids,
and then you see four kids pushing a rock down a hole,
and then they
and
hit
then seeing
the
like,
car.
and then it hit a car.
He's like, what is wrong with the generation this day? You should do school stories next. You should do like school
School so
stories.
oh
Wait,
okay,
yeah,
let's
yeah,
But
talk about a
you'll,
story
yeah, yeah,
then about school.
yeah. I
Oh,
remember,
school.
one of our classmates is like just the most mischief, like literally. He asked the teacher to go to the bathroom, and when he came back, he had lunch. He bought lunch from the cafeteria or something. I don't know.
Oh my God, a lie. He's those
Let's
lying type.
I know it. Literally, they were going to the bathroom and then they somehow got a pancake from the toilet or something. I
Dude,
remember
do you still
everyone.
remember like, dude? I still remember like in grade two. I mean grade two.
Okay, good.
The school flooded, and then we were like
School. Oh yeah, I
we had
remember
to be
that.
picked up.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
remember
the school
that.
flooded. It was
Yeah, but I was a morning.
like I know.
I was morning class, so I didn't experience it because I went out at 11.
It was literally
It's good.
flooding, and all like the
Another
paper.
school story
We
of
had
mine.
we
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
like
yeah.
all of the devices that had to be like on the table, and we were standing on the chairs.
Oh, bro.
It's
Oh, I remember
Um,
one time in grade 3, someone accidentally put down the like fire alarm and everyone was panicking and stuff. I don't remember who did it, but I remember that like someone pulled the fire alarm by accident, or they were just trolling with us, and then everyone just like panicked.
oh
a
yeah.
lot,
By
especially
the way,
happening through
we go
grade
to
Yeah,
one.
the same school. We go to the same school,
yeah, all of us go
but
to
we're
the
not
same school.
disclosing where.
Yo, I just got the iPhone 7. I put Siri on disable cause I've watched the movie Her and that shit scares me, so I'm careful. Me and her got chemistry right out the box, and I ain't talking about the periodic table. Her voice is like a chariot of angels. I fed enough so fast that maybe Apple should consider pasting warning symbols clearly on the label. Me and Siri keep it modern. Siri doesn't cook or clean, instead she books all my appointments and she looks through my routine. Me and Siri's got an intimate connection. That is at least when Siri's got an internet.